Your spiritual gifts seem to be accelerating lately or making themselves more apparent to you. This is very interesting. All day I've been channeling the song, down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. You might know that song from the new show, Agatha, but they're saying to me, you have been walking down this road. You have been walking down this path of fully embodying your gifts. Now we're starting out the reading with the magician. Can you believe it? When I picked up my deck and this was on the bottom, I just knew that this message that I have been holding back for a couple of days because it didn't feel complete was fully ready to be shared now. So this message absolutely will not be for everybody. The place that I have been feeling it, honestly, is in my third eye, my crown chakra, the place that these gifts are being delivered to you. It is time to fully embody and step into these gifts. Your guides have no other way to say it, but it's time to release and recognize where the fear comes from. The fear does not come through you. Again, the fear has been passed down. It does genuinely feel like it runs through the women in your family. You might have, again, it's like Celtic paganism. We might have Celtic paganism ties. Scotland, Norse. It's like that's the area of the world that I'm feeling this message comes through the most strongly. But that's not to say if you're not tied to these spaces, areas, or practices that this message is not for you. It's just that's where we're feeling them the strongest right now. This is very interesting because they're also talking about being an herbal witch or being a green witch or practicing earth magic. They have been showing me a mortar and pestle. They're showing me tea leaves. They're showing me you walking in nature and collecting things and foraging. Foraging is coming to mind now, which is very interesting. 6 of Cups. Maybe this is something you enjoyed in the past. Like, it's silly, but I'm seeing when you were a kid, like making potions in the sink and your mom being like, why did you just waste all of my shampoo? And you're mixing in rocks and leaves and sticks from the outside. Now, please take caution. This is not me telling you to forage. There are some things that you definitely should not be touching, ingesting, or using because they have really bad qualities that can make you very sick. So be cautious. But this is somehow tied to your lineage or tied to a gift that you will be developing sometime soon. You might actually be working with oils. Exactly. The Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, or sorry, the Knight of Swords and the King of Wands here coming out. It is time to charge, like, face forward towards these gifts. It's not something that your guides are asking you to hide anymore. You might have a tie to what we call Halloween, All Hallows Eve, which is October 30th, or Samhain, which is November 1st, October 31st into November 1st. So it's where the veil between worlds draws the thinnest, at least in Celtic pagan traditions from my knowledge. I'm not the most versed. I'm sorry if I'm not communicating this correctly. Please feel free to do your research into this deeper. But they are saying to me that drawing closer to November 1st, these gifts are intensifying and will continue to intensify. So if you are ready, I want you to comment, show me my gifts. Reveal to me the full extent of my abilities. I am ready to embrace my gifts. Your dreams are also probably delivering you very important messages right now. They might feel a lot more vivid, or your guides, past loved ones might actually be trying to communicate with you too. The people that I'm talking to, you actually might have a really strong mediumship quality. You might be able to connect to those who have passed. They're showing me Dia de los Muertos, Day of the No Longer Living. I don't think I can say that on TikTok. But Samhain draws into that as well, the day that the veil is thinnest between worlds. So maybe you've always thought you had that ability and you weren't sure how to develop it. Now's probably the time to tell your guides you're ready, or to dive in if you feel that you are. So are you ready, my friends? Because something's happening, and it's happening soon.